My name is Liam, and you're watching The Rhyme Apple. Today, I'll review Mellowtrauma by Sleepy Gonzales. Sleepy Gonzales is an alternative indie shoegaze band from British Columbia, who I personally discovered last year with their release Slow Apocalypse, which is an album that I would personally love to discuss later on this channel because I love it. It's worth noting as well that despite having signed with Light Organ Records and releasing Mellowtrauma as their first official project, Sleepy Gonzales remains to be relatively underground, and they only seem to have a small niche of dedicated fans, myself included. As for this EP, here are my thoughts. The first track, Abandoned Amusement Park, is a really nice lo-fi introduction that ushers in the project's themes of romance and melancholy, and it guides you through the narrative of what seems to be a pleasant dream that is destined to end or destined to be tamed. And it somehow manages to be the most lighthearted track on the album, despite its very unhappy ending. The vocals are somber yet enchanting, as I've come to expect from lead vocalist Ali Lowry, and the instrumentals are bare bones, yet more than sufficient for an opener like this. The next track, Steady, is much more dense, both instrumentally and lyrically. In the style of a subdued piano ballad that still retains some of the lo-fi feeling of the first track, we get a metaphorical and much harder to digest journey into depression, mood swings, and self-doubt. This track is still effective, though, in introducing trauma and bad endings as themes for the project, both of which are explicitly driven home in the next few tracks. The track Water Body, in particular, focuses on the trauma of Mellowtrauma. Its lyrics tell a story of abuse and maybe even assault from a detached and depersonalized sort of perspective. While the instrumentals are minimalist and distant, I like to think that the lyricism and beautiful vocal swells in this track's delivery make up for a relatively uninteresting and mostly static musical backdrop. The next track, Sleepwalking, immediately calls back to both the instrumentals and the romantic themes of the album's intro, while still delivering a beautiful duet between both of the band's vocalists as they sing the story of a bride knowingly getting married to a problematic partner. Now, while this track's themes are similar to those of Water Body, it distinguishes itself with a fantastic display of perspectives in a relationship, and even this introspective look into why someone might willingly put themselves into a vulnerable position. For me, this track stands above the others purely for its cohesion and its wonderful vocal dynamics that outshines anything that comes before or after it on this EP. Lastly, the project bids us farewell with Falling Off Rainbow Road in Mario Kart. Personally, I have to admit that I find the most interesting part of this track to be its title, as a big fan of Nintendo. Unfortunately, while the track does do a decent job of referencing the album's past subjects and themes, such as dying dreams and relationship dynamics, so on and so forth, I can't say that its duet vocals are anywhere near as interesting as those present on Sleepwalking, and its instrumentals are, well, not the most memorable when compared to the others. By the end of Mellowtrauma, however, I can safely say this album is a solid 7 out of 10. Although Mellowtrauma's instrumentals and lo-fi beats can sometimes leave a little bit to be desired, its engaging narrative told through beautiful vocals pushes it forward at every turn. That's all, folks. This has been a bite-sized review from The Rhyme Apple. If you liked what you saw, drop a like. If you really liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Liam, and I'll see you next time.